Hi, in this video I'm going to be telling you about some of the different brake controllers available on the market and also give you a basic overview of how a brake unit is installed into a vehicle. As you can see, there are not only different brands of brake units available, but also different types of brake units available. These are time-based brake units, as well as proportional style brake units. This is a Hayman Reese Guardian time-activated brake controller. It is more of an entry-level brake unit. The whole unit is mounted inside the cab of the vehicle with you, and the power output is manually adjusted and set. This unit is ideal for off-road travel, as it has no moving parts that are affected by off-road terrain. This is a Hayman Reese Guardian IQ. It is a proportional pendulum brake controller. The unit itself is also mounted in the cabin. This unit gives you a smoother, more controlled experience as it uses a pendulum to apply the trailer brakes at the same rate as the vehicle's deceleration. This is a Hayman Reese Venator proportional-based controller. It offers everything the Guardian IQ has and more. It utilises a 360-degree fitting range, and through the use of a sensing device can determine the tow vehicle's rate of deceleration and apply the correct amount of trailer braking to match. This is the Hayman Reese Compact IQ brake controller. The remote-mounted Compact IQ proportional brake controller gives you greater control on and off the road. The remote function dial and LED indicator can be mounted in a spare switch blank rather than through the dash or center console, leaving the brake controller out of sight and out of the way, behind the vehicle's dashboard, with only the dial and indicator visible. This is the Redarc TowPro Elite version 3 electronic brake controller. It is the latest generation of Redarc's award-winning TowPro Elite range. The brake controller does both proportional and time-based braking. The brake unit is mounted behind the dash, and just one button protrudes through the dash, allowing you full control of the brake controller. This next generation TowPro Elite retains the same name as its predecessor and continues to set the benchmark in trailer brake control technology, which has seen it become Australia's favourite and most trusted brake controller. The TowPro Elite provides users with the ability to swap between proportional mode for highway driving conditions and user control mode or time-based braking for off-road driving. This is achieved as there are no moving parts as in a traditional pendulum proportional brake controller, but rather with a similar technology found in your smartphone. Next generation TowPro Elite ensures compatibility with all new vehicle technology and still features active calibration, works with electronic and electronic over hydraulic trailer brakes, supports 12 and 24 volt vehicle systems, and ensures an ADR approved installation. It has also been approved by AL-KO to use with the ESC and DSC systems. The TowPro Elite version 3 is also designed to work with modern vehicles and come with a selection of insertable switches that allow for an install into many vehicle blank-offs for a clean and factory look. That is a brief overview of some of the most common brake controllers available on the market. When making a decision on what brake controller is right for you, there are a few things to take into account. For example, what tow vehicle you're installing the brake unit into, as many new vehicles have knee airbags, and a traditional style brake unit where the unit is in the cab with you will not work. Now I'm going to give you a brief explanation on how an electronic brake controller is installed into a vehicle. All electronic brake controllers require a power connection to the vehicle's battery. This involves running a positive and negative cable from the brake unit to the vehicle's battery. In most modern vehicles, the battery can be under the bonnet, in the boot, under the driver or passenger seat, or their feet. This often involves running wires through the vehicle's firewall. We also have to run a trigger wire and a brake unit power wire to power the trailer brakes. This involves running wires from the brake controller to the trailer plug. This can be done through the vehicle or under the vehicle. Here at Speedy Tow Bars, we have custom spun red and blue wire that not only matches the electronic brake controller color code, but also the correct copper size to ensure that it meets and exceeds the manufacturer's requirements. This is a critical step that can sometimes be missed, particularly when done with a DIY installation. Next, we mount the brake controller and the dial if applicable. This is a complicated procedure which involves taking the vehicle cabin apart to allow access to mount the brake controller and also route the wiring. The installation is then finished by connecting the wires to the brake controller and the power wire into pin 5 in the trailer plug. That was the basic overview of how an electronic brake controller is installed into the vehicle. It is very important to ensure that the brake controller is installed correctly, not only to ensure that the vehicle is not damaged, but also to ensure safety when towing. I hope you enjoyed our video about brake controllers and how they are installed.